Sometimes something as simple as word processing and organization on a mobile phone can make a world of difference, especially to people suffering on the other side of the world. Take, for instance, the work of Yaw Anokwa, a recent graduate of the UW Computer Science and Engineering doctoral program.
For me, computer science gives you a set of tools to solve problems. That's all it is. So the fact that you have this machine and you can tell the machine to do certain things, and the machine does those certain things really efficiently and in the same way each time, means that you can solve all sorts of interesting problems.
So he moved back to Rwanda for 6 months to help hospital networks set up a medical record system to help track HIV and TB patients. Important work since these patients generate a lot of data stored on paper. After their fifth or sixth visit, there are so many paper forms, it's hard for doctors to get a sense of how the patient is doing.
I saw that problem and I had an idea that I could just build a phone client, give those to the doctor, and the doctors could use those instead. It was faster, it was easier, and so within moments of having that idea, I was at my computer, I was using the skills that I've learned in computer science curriculums to build that and to roll it out, and now that piece of software is being used all over the world by doctors, and it's improving the quality of care. And so to me, computer science gives you this particular set of skills that allows you to tell the computer the right thing to do. And then when you combine that computer with a human being, you have a much better system.
That trip to Rwanda and the impact of the project took him further down the path of making record keeping more efficient and immediate. Yao went to work for a large hospital network in Kenya that serves more than 2 million people.
And the way they take care of these patients is through these 52 clinics spread out all across Western Kenya.
When they show up at a clinic, the doctor is supposed to have a one-page summary of each patient. 3 hurdles had to be overcome, such as the availability of the records, corrections in orders made by the doctor, and supervision of how the hospital was treating patients. The answer was a mobile phone app to give doctors a high-level view of their patients.
We call it ODK Clinic, and the way it works is that when the doctor comes in the morning, they're given a phone, and on the phone is a list of all the patients that they're expected to see that particular day. And I should stress that these look like real patients, but this is not real patient data. This is all fake data. And so they have a list of patients here. And when they tap on a patient, what it does is that on the phone, it's downloaded all the data about the patient and it's summarized it right here for the doctor to look at. So we have patient demographics, the problems that the patients are having, their drugs, their lab tests, and all those kinds of things. And at the bottom, we have these really important things called the reminders. So anytime we see that a patient is deviating from the particular care guidelines that are laid out by the Ministry of Health, so for example, an HIV patient is supposed to get a particular test every month, we put those reminders here to kind of remind the doctor that they're supposed to do these things. It's a very simple application in the sense that all it is a list of patients and summary data about that patient. But it turns out it's a really powerful thing. So we deploy this in Kenya. It's been running now for about 8 months. There's been about 20 to 30,000 patient encounters with the particular system. And we see that doctors really like using the system. When the doctor makes the correction on the phone, it's immediately sent to the medical record system. And so patient data quality is going up. And then the most important thing is that supervisors now have a really detailed view about how the doctors are using the system. So computer science is about having an idea, taking those ideas, building them on a computer and sharing them with the world.